Okay, we have a game between Pain in the bottom left hand corner, going first engineer and opening up with 3 Grot scouts and 2 further Gretchen engineers with Gorguts. And on the top right hand side we have Primarch opening first engineer and going for double scouts. I would recommend triple scouts here. You have 3 lanes to contest, and it might help him a bit to have the extra scout, especially when there's these 4 points that are quite far away from each other, and you don't want to be rushed at these points. Okay, so Grot's capping up points. First generator from these Gretchen, going for a pile of guns and a secondary generator. So a heavy eco build here early on from the Orc player. No barracks yet, no shooter boys. And these Grots moving out across the map. And what is Marines going for? Ultramarines with Assault Marines. So Ultramarines mark gives him a few interesting bonuses, strength against Tyranids. But going for these Assault Marines here. I want to see what he does with these. And he's dropping here to reinforce these scouts. These scouts will be looking to get killed off potentially. Nope. Going after the engineers. And this is the use of Grots. This is the strength of Grots, is the mobility. They go so fast. And Space Marine's biggest weakness is having a base which is difficult to defend. Just wide open to attacks. And Pain here might be successful at getting those kills. Tactical Marines out to defend. And he wants to not run these, he wants to keep them still, and then run, and then keep them still. Running like this is going to reduce his damage by quite a lot. He's gone for an armory, maybe getting some grenades. It's yet to be seen. But his caps have not been built on yet. He needs a secondary engineer, a single engineer that's about to be killed off, and he really needs something to be going out and capping these points up with listening posts. Scouts trying to contest this center point, and his other scouts capping up this one. So Pain has been reinforcing these Grots an awful lot. Has a lot of the pesky little fuckers. But a Flamer out now, stripping the morale of these Grot gangs, and it's going to be doing a lot of damage, so Pain wisely retreating. He ought to really decap a point on his way out, because even if a few more Grots die, it's absolutely worth it to get those decaps. But Primarch here set heavily behind. Shooter boys are out now. He wants to combat these Assault Marines, and he's doing so in the right way. A bunch of heavy shooters on a squad, having Grots inside his listening posts ready to repair. And that is how you deal with these Assault Marines. Perhaps a few mines wouldn't go too astray either. But despite the harassment and the engineer kills, the Space Marine has more caps. He has the expansions on the Orc side belong to the Space Marines. And I think Pain is going to go for these engineer kills again. But Space Marine strangely still has map control. He's going to want to treat these Assault Marines straight away, or they're both going to go down. And he does so. That's a nice move. So both teams trading here, and engineers caught into this corner. That's not good for them. See, while you knew that some are going to die, you want to already be building another set, and build a set of mines round about here or over here, somewhere where you know the enemy Grots are going to come hunting for you. So if you have your engineers in a back network here, where Grots would have to run over mines on either side, you can keep them safe. If these Grots are going to run over some mines, they're really going to know about it. But so far, these Grots extremely successful in slowing down the Marines. And I think the Space Marines, Primarch is going to be hard pressed to tech up, having spent so much money on tactical Marines and more engineers. So all in all, I think slight favour of Orcs. But Space Marine still has the map control. He has managed to get all these sneaky caps.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Positioned, secure.
Scout manages to get the cap, but then runs into gunfire.
Ever vigilant.
These Space Marines. Wonder if he has grenades out. Some flash grenades here would be excellent. He's gone for frags, which is good. That's going to do some damage, but all in all, he will still lose the fight to the Orc blob. But whereas a flash grenade will shut them all down and give you time to retreat without dying. I think he is going to go down here. Space Marine squad a little out of position, and Payne's going to capitalize on this. Going to kill at least another tactical marine, I would think. But no, he kept running. If he had stopped and allowed himself to do full damage, I think he quite well could have got one. Space Marine doesn't want to re-engage here. Not at all. Set back an awful lot. Space Marines have been.
We stand ready.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Orcs finally reclaiming their own expansions.
Death from above. We are the Emperor's chosen.
And you've got to think to yourself, while he did well to kill these engineers, he also forgot about his own expansions at the same time. So,
We stand ready.
if he were to harass and cap his own stuff, and that would be a lot better for him.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Heresy grows from idleness.
Getting his Tech 1, getting generators while he's doing it. That way he can slap down the 250 power it takes to get your global upgrades.
Taking hits.
Global resource upgrades. Grot cannons. More grot cannons. Grot cannons and shooters. A staple of a non-commander based early Orc army.
Taking hits.
And the Space Marine base wide open right now.
Ever vigilant.
Commandos are out, and this base is really gonna take a pounding. The Orc player just needs to harass the generators and kill these engineers. And the commandos here, I think, are gonna find what they were looking for. And he is doing so now. Assault Marines resisting, and just a few blind grenades here in the middle of this group could really shut this down. Needs to put these guys on hold ground and make them stop so they can keep shooting. What you don't want is them running every 2 seconds to get to something. Bomb, he's gonna have to move. He's not moving. Oh no. That does a lot of damage. That's more than half of the health of a Marine down for each Marine. That's very deadly. Engineers have all gone down. Recommended Tech Marine at this point. And he needs some way in which he can spend. And Space Marine still on the ground. Queuing up 2 tactical Marines. And this is a bad idea. You want to queue up 1 tactical Marine and a heavy builder. Because having to wait for one to come out before the other one, which money is now spent. Yeah. He needs to cancel this second one. The timing here. That's going to be GG for Space Marines. Nice grenade here, but ultimately 2 little blind grenades. That's what you really need, even before frags. Even before frags. And the GG's being called in now. Good game. Interesting, different paths of harassment and map control.